How's it going, guys? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the debut album from the band I Killed Everyone, entitled Dead Peasants. This is released on Innerstrength Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they're based out of Addison, Illinois, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very straight-up, aggressive, in-your-face style of deathcore, blending elements from many metal subgenres, preferably death metal and hardcore. Yeah, like I've said in the past, it's a genre that a lot of people like and some people really don't like, but it has a very, very loyal following to it. I really wasn't too familiar with this band until one of my longtime subscribers, Blissful Beauty XOXO, brought this band to my attention and assured me that this would be something that I would like. And I took his word for it, and I decided to give this band some listens, preferably some of the songs that they uploaded to YouTube. And I was impressed with what I heard, and I wanted to wait until they decided to come out with a full-length album for me to fully listen to and fully digest. Yeah, so now we get to their debut full-length. It's 12 tracks, and it runs around 38 minutes in length. But technically, it really is 10 tracks because there's an intro instrumental and an instrumental towards the end of the album. But instrumentals aside, let's get on to the nitty-gritty of the music. I want to say if you're into bands like, let's say, maybe Molotov Solution, Oceano, early Whitechapel, or All Shall Perish, this will be a band that will definitely garner your interest and will leave you wondering what's going to be the next big step for this band, because this is a band to really pay attention to. You're going to get some really, really great stuff with this band, musically and lyrically as well. Guitar-wise, it's your usual kind of deathcore guitar, very dominant on chugging style riffs, a lot of very solid melodies. I really dig the tremolo style riffing on the track Synthetic Euphoria. I really like the way that it's executed on that song and throughout the entire record. Even to the more breakdown style parts when the guitars start to slow down and just really get complex and a little bit more complicated. Some really solid stuff there, especially to the more melodic kind of solo parts. Really good stuff. And the same can be said for the bass. Some really, really solid bass undertones, especially on the track The Judas Throne. I really like the way the bass sounds on that song. And throughout this album, it really does have a very solid, comfortable tone to it. It really does blend in nicely with the guitar work. It's really nice. Drum-wise, the drums are really something that will keep you interested. It'll keep you interested throughout this entire release. The drums are very, very solid. A lot of great usage of blast beats, drum fills, and double bass. Really solid stuff. And again, with the breakdowns, I should mention that when it gets to the breakdown parts of this album, there are going to be your typical kind of deathcore breakdowns, which are just really short, sweet, and to the point. And then you get these breakdowns that are just really, really slow. I mean, really, really slow. And it kind of took me for a loop there. Because normally, like I said, I would expect breakdowns to be short, sweet, and to the point. But when it gets to the slower breakdowns, you're kind of confused at first. Not that I have anything against that. It's just something I wasn't expecting. But in due time, it will be a grower. And there's also some inclusions of some keyboards. It's not used all throughout this entire album, but there are elements that involve keyboard usage, basically piano ivories tinkling. It's pretty cool. It's a cool little addition to this record. And vocals. The vocals remind me a lot of Tim, formerly of Rose Funeral. If you remember the second Rose Funeral album, The Resting Sonata. The vocals remind me a lot of that guy. Just really guttural lows, very understandable, very angry, very pissed off. And the mid to highs, you don't hear too much of that, but when you do, they sound really awesome. I like the way that the mids and high range vocals and screams are. It's really awesome. But those gutturals are just sick. I absolutely love that. If I'm not mistaken, they are currently looking for a new vocalist and a new bassist. It's a shame they had to part ways with the people who were involved with this record. But hopefully, if they find somebody that can match or even be better than the current vocalist and bassist that was on this record, you never know. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping that something great will come about because this band has so much potential. So overall, to me, this is a breath of fresh air in a genre that I like, but I really wish needed some more good, solid bands. Bands that work hard to get their name out there. Bands that actually make music instead of coaxing you into liking their Facebook page and not delivering any kind of goods. This is a band that I see getting bigger and having a lot more potential in the future. So long as they continue to make great music, just deliver the goods, this band will have a place in metal to be liked. So I recommend this if you love deathcore, if you like deathcore, if you want to give it a try. If not, simply move along to something else if it's not your thing. If I had to pick any favorites, some of my favorite tracks include A Formless Awakening, Earth Carcass, Omophagia, The Art of Flesh, and The Judas Throne and Synthetic Euphoria. Some really solid picks. So again, the album is Dead Peasants by I Killed Everyone. This is released on Innerstrength Records. Go check this out. I'll leave you some links to the label web store where you can purchase this CD. There's also some t-shirt deals going on. Wish them well wherever, if you ever get to see them play or become whatever is next for them. And as far as the score goes, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Really, really solid album, great debut, and hopefully more great things will come from them in the future. So check this band out. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel, and until the next time, Armijo out.